All right, you should have updated the bird name and the Latin name to look like this. And so the bird name is the most salient thing. So it's black, it's a little larger, right? This thing is extra information, so I did it there. So now let's look at the next thing we have. We have this year-round resident, which you see has a paragraph style of residency, and we have this common that has this paragraph style of occurrence. Now, here's the thing. When you're handed a list like this, you don't have to use, right? So we're handed, where's that list? Oh, the list is just built the way here. So you don't have to do it exactly how they tell you to do this. If I wanted to, I could have taken this and maybe done something like this with it, right? Made it afterwards, or put it in, probably I would have, in this case, probably putting them in parentheses that look like the style of this. But I'm going to go ahead and leave that on the second line here. But let's do something with this. When you think about it, this year-round residence and this common thing, they're both just these little categorical information for this bird. Now, technically, what I might do is not use text at all and come up with maybe little icons, or maybe use icons next to text more than likely, because these wouldn't be normal icons that you would do unless you're going to put in some kind of a legend. So what am I going to do with this one? I think what I want to do is actually put them on the same line. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the line from this. And now you notice that when I put them two together, I've lost that occurrence one. And that's okay. We're going to do this. I'm going to go into this residency. I'm going to double click on it, or I'm just going to get it in here. I guess I could have double clicked on it to bring it up here. I'm just going to change this. I'm going to change it to categories or something like that. And you'll notice now that everything that's marked with that is now categories. So how am I going to change this? Well, I want to separate these two things. And so I'm going to do this very specifically with 2 spaces, a pipe character, and 2 more spaces. Now this is something we're going to have to cut and paste as we go through all these. This is going to be where it's manual, but let's get the style happening here. So now I'm going to double click into categories and change our styles. But first, I know I want to change the color. And I think what I want is to use a complementary color of this. So a complete opposite color, because this is more high level categorical data, and this is categorical data about the bird. So that's why I'm choosing to use the actual opposite, pretty complementary or split complementary color of an orange type color. So to do that, first let me refer to my sheet and see what I picked for my thing here. So 4581 is what I picked. So I'm going to go over here, swap that to CMYK 0. What was it? 4581 0. And now we have this orange color. I just want to go confirm that it's 4581. Yep. Go down to my swatches, add my new swatch, rename that to, whoops, I don't want to play with any of that. Why don't you let me just rename you? Sometimes I hate the contextual things, like where it matters where you clicked. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just call this orange for easy peasiness. So now I'm gonna go into and double click on my categories to bring it up here. And the first thing I'm going to do is go change my character color, and I'm going to make it into orange. And then I'm going to refer to my sheet for what else I changed here. So I'm going to use Avenir Next, right? So again, I had used Avenir Next up here. This stuff I had used Minion Pro, but I think it would be nice to be more like that. So I'm going to go to my basic character things, say, what did I say it was? Avenir Next? Where's Avenir Next? I'm sure you want to watch me just find these things. Avenir Next, I'm going to make it bold. So we'll go back to here, say that it's going to be bold, right? This should be small info. So I'm going to make it 6 point. Whoops, go bring it down to 6 points. I'm going to make it all caps, right? So I'll go to case, all caps, right? So that's readable, because if it wasn't readable, I would have a problem there. And let's see, leading 10 points. So I'm going to change this leading to 10 points. And once this rendering issue gets off, there it goes. You'll see that that gave us enough space between the thing on top of it and the thing below it. And so that's it. That's the style there. I think what I probably might want to do is add a little tracking, but I don't think I need to. So I'm going to say OK. And now the question is, sometimes there's just things that are manual, right? And so we we have to go down and change all these. So I had already removed the spaces between these, or actually I didn't move the space between these. So notice like rare on the barn owls. I'm going to hit back, and now what happened here? Because this is different than this. So I'm going to go ahead and put my cursor in there and hold down Option and click that. I'm going to cut and paste my, or I can just remember that I did space, space, whoops, space, space, pipe, space, space. So you're going to have to do that for all these, right? So get all of them. You have to bring it back, put your cursor in, Option, click on that, and then, of course, make sure that it's the same space, space, pipe, space, space, to have it consistent there. There's no real other way to do that than to just do it that way. So you can go ahead and, after this video, go ahead and make sure that you get all of these so they look like this first one.